Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Starkey Farmstead. Today's entire video is going to be me dispatching my very first rooster. So I'm going to warn you now. I kill a rooster and I videotaped it, and it is my very first time, and I'm going to show it to you. My husband had a lot of reservation about us putting this on YouTube, okay? We had somebody report us on the video where the Dachshund and Rat Terrier mix had basically killed a possum and we finished dispatching it. They were like, "You're cruel, you're mean." Guys, the cost of food has gone through the roof in America. But it's not even that. We all have, if you're watching this, I say we, including you, either have an idea that we want to homestead or we already are homesteading. Now, we raise animals, and I have helped clean butchered rabbits, but I myself have never killed a rabbit. The only other thing that I've killed in my life, other than this rooster, was a wild hog that I shot, and it was a clean kill, and I was very proud of myself when that happened. But this is different. I raised this animal, this rooster. I raised his parents. His mother was a broody hen. I've seen him grow from literally a just laid egg all the way through the 21-day process, watched him hatch, watched him grow with her feeding him, and then I've kept him for 8 months, and today I'm going to dispatch him. I just feel like there are too many YouTube channels and too many people out there that have opinions but have no experience. I mean to be able to feed my family. I intend to steward what God has given me humanely and properly. It's very important that I be able to butcher out the animals that I raise. I had fear, and I talk about that a lot with you guys. It really was something that I had determined that, you know what, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm gonna do this. It might not be perfect, but I am proud of myself in the fact that I did it. I didn't freak out. I was able to control myself through it. I do make some crazy faces though, because I'm like, what? I just want you to know that if you are the type of person that raises animals and you can't butcher them, whatever your reasons for, I'm not judging you. So I'm asking that you not judge me. I'm asking you to be very honest with yourself that if this is the type of life that you want to live, are you going to be able to dispatch your animals yourself? We just really have moved into that in our lives. We have meat here. There is no point in me to continue feeding my family antibiotic-laden, wormer-filled, hormone-pumped chickens that are raised inhumanely, butchered basically the same way, inhumanely, and mass-produced through cathode systems. Like, I'm totally against that lifestyle. So if I'm against it, then I have to deal with the fear of being able to butcher out animals that I have raised. So if you are somebody that has never seen it done, you are somebody that has no idea where to start, you're welcome to finish watching this video. All I'm asking is that you be realistic with yourself. Understand there's 1,000 different ways to butcher. We could have used a chop block and an axe, but I wasn't ready for that. I just wasn't ready for that. We're not going to do, I might do a cone next time, because I understand something through butchering the way that we did in this video, that the cone stops the flapping of the wings after you cut the jugular, so that you don't have that reality check of, oh my gosh, I really did just kill this animal. And for people just starting, that might be a better option for you. We didn't do it that way, so I'm kind of glad we didn't, because I had to go through the reality of an animal basically dying. I had to walk through that and deal with it. You know, I really had to internalize it, and I had to compartmentalize it, and I had to realize that I did what I did, that the animal did not suffer, that it was a clean kill, but that the nerves can be really drastic after death. A lot of us see, you know, movies, a lot of video games of people dying, and you shoot them and they just die. They get cut and they just die. That is not how death is, okay? Death is not always pretty. But there was a purpose to this death of this rooster, and I'm really proud of myself. Still have blood on my shirt. I have to go inside and take a bath. I just wanted to show this to you guys. My husband's like, Sam, baby, people are not ready. People, I just believe in you. I think that you are ready. I think that a lot of us are ready, and we're tired of people being afraid to show us the reality, the trueness of what they're doing. I tell this to people all the time. How do you know this is really my garden? Okay, I offer tours, right? But I could go buy a bunch of plants and literally stick them in the ground that day and be like, look at my garden. You would never know that that was just done. I could go buy somebody else's preserved canned food and be like, look what I did today, and walk you through me preserving one can, and you would believe that I had canned this entire room of food that I bought from, say, the Amish or somebody else. If you don't see things for what they are, sorry, my little dog just popped off. They're probably going to get a snake. I want you to realize that we're doing what we say that we're doing here at Starkey Farmstead. And I say it all the time, I am learning. I was not a homesteader. I come from sharecroppers. That is my history, all right? But there was a gap and lack of knowledge in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s where things, we were taken, all that knowledge was taken. Now, I'm so blessed to have my parents alive. So that knowledge base is still there for me to pull on. My husband was raised country. He has no qualm with dispatching any injured animal or anything that he needs to eat. He's going to kill it humanely, he's going to butcher it, and he's going to eat it, and he's not going to lose an inch of sleep over it. So again, it's a graphic video. If you are here watching Starkey Farmstead because you want to know how to do worm castings, foliar sprays, and organic growing and no-till, stop the video now. I'm being really serious with you. Stop the video now because I don't want to lose subscribers to the reality of homesteading, and I don't feel like having to defend myself against people who watch too much TV and have never gone to a farm, but you eat meat out of a grocery store and you're blind to the realities of what death looks like. If you're one of those people, please stop the video because I'm just going to block you. I'm going to block you off the YouTube channel. I'm going to block your comments because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. This video is for you who are learning to butcher your animals, or you're thinking about, or you just want to see the reality of what death on a farm might look like. I am sure I could have done a better job, and next time I will do a better job. But I can tell you this, he did not suffer. He did not. And I will cook part of him tonight for supper, and I will thank God, because I was reading Acts 10:13, and it goes along the lines like this, and a voice says, Peter, kill and eat. Now I'm taking that out of context because it's, you know, much longer verse, a lot in that chapter that God's trying to show him through a vision that he gave him. But that verse kept sticking in my head when I was trying to go to bed last night. Kill and eat. God gave us dominion over everything on the earth for a reason. I care deeply for the animals that God has given me to steward on our farm. If I'm going to be that way, then I had to take the next step, and I had to face the fear of butchering a live animal. What happens to my farm if my husband is working or gone or unable to butcher for me? We go hungry at the chains, you know, the food supply chains break down. I always make him do it. That isn't how it is. We're rowing in each other's boats. If he can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, he can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Don't be afraid to butcher your animals. Like I said, there's 1,000 different ways to do this, but it was very hard for me to find anywhere on the YouTube that actually showed the butchering part of it. Like, people literally skipped over that. Okay, so we cut their jugular and we let them bleed out in a bucket, and now we're going to show you how to clean it. I don't care. Cleaning I got. I'm not great at it. I kind of butchered the meat a little bit, But digging up, I was dissecting the inside of it. I was like, oh, here's the heart, here's the lungs, because I wanted to make sure I had a healthy bird. So I'm like checking everything, intestines. That doesn't bother me. What bothered me was the killing. How do I put this animal down with courage? How do I put it down with humanely? How do I do it quickly? How do I do it? What do I expect when I do it? Did I do it wrong? All those questions were where the fear was coming from, not plucking it and skinning it and breaking bones and pulling out meat. That's whatever, you know, that didn't bother me. So guys, I hope that this doesn't backfire on me, because my husband was like, I don't know, baby. A lot of people, they think they can and they can't. A lot of people live in an unrealistic world today, Sam, and you might just have bitten off more you can chew, showing the world what it looks like to butcher your first chicken. And the reaction that you had to it still moving around a little bit. But I am believing in humanity and the fact that people really want the truth. We're tired of other people's opinions with no facts. We're tired of people showing things that aren't really theirs and claiming it as their own. We're tired of perfect gardens and perfect lives. We're tired of people telling us that we have to have this and this and this and this to do anything on our own. It's not how God made us. Everything that you need, you have in your hand already. I say it all the time. I needed some meat. It was this, or go to the store and pay a ridiculous price for meat that these animals were cruelly and horribly treated all their lives, and cruelly and horribly dispatched. So, like it or not, here it comes. Please like, subscribe, and comment. But I'm telling you now, if your comments are all negative and ugly, I will block you, because I don't need your subscription. We're not doing it for money. We're doing it to show the world that you can do this too. We can all do this, and somebody has to take a stand on the realities of what it looks like to homestead and not be afraid to show the ugly with the pretty. So if you're thinking about homesteading, or you're already there, but you've never dispatched any of your animals, I feel your pain. I understand your resistance. Face your fear. It's not as bad as it actually looks. You guys have a blessed day. Coming to you from Starkey Farmstead. All right, how are you securing his feet?
Slip knots.
Okay. So you have 2 slip knots.
Yeah.
And this is just what is this? Hay?
Hay bale. Rope.
Hay bale string. All right, we're gonna put a bucket directly underneath him. My husband's gonna demonstrate for me real quick where I'm gonna cut, so when it's my turn. So guys, if you're watching, you don't wanna see blood, don't watch.
Basically, like a human, got a jugular vein.
Oh, he's got a jugular?
Jugular.
Where does skeleton swallow?
Yeah. Now, don't forget your hand is back there behind it. So make sure you don't get your hand, and we are recording.
I can do this.
You got to now.
All right, so how do I do it?
How would you kill somebody? You would slide your knife across their throat.
That just feels real. Okay, last warning. This next clip is me actually killing a rooster. The rooster you saw in the clip prior to this, where I was still a little hesitant, like, one more time, turn the camera off, show me exactly what to do. If you are not here to see that, turn the video off. You had a 10-minute intro telling you what to expect. Graphic material. There is killing fixing to happen. If you're here for that, I hope you learned something, because this was my very first attempt and success at killing a rooster and then butchering it out. So thank you again for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have something nasty to say, I'm going to tell you, you had a 10-minute intro and a 1-minute warning to turn your camera off, and you kept watching. You're an adult. Turn it off. These videos are not made for kids.
Go.
I can do this. Just give me a second. I've never done anything like this in my life. I don't know that length of this.
All the way, pull it through to you. Pull it to you. It's bleeding out. That's what you want.
I did it. I feel so thankful he didn't suffer. Whew, guys, it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. The fear of the unknown. The fear of the unknown. I'm going to be honest with you. That was the worst part, was I didn't know what to expect. But look, I've got a good bleed. Got a good bleed.
Yeah,
so I cut that jugular. I'm holding him still because, guys, I told y'all this. They do a lot of jerking. A lot of jerking as their body bleeds out. Like that. It's a little scary, but it's all right. It's all right. It's also his comfort to me, all right? I can feel him taking his last breath. I know that I butchered successfully, all right? I didn't do it to hurt him. Did it to feed my family. This is hormone. This is antibiotic and wormer-free meat. And in this day and age, with the cost of meat going up, with the insecurities in our food supply chain, ladies and gentlemen, kids, if you're watching, we have to get past the fear of butchering our own animals out. I raised this rooster. I raised his parents. Then he was hatched through a broody hen on our farm, and I've watched him grow up. So this is not me being cruel. This is me needing to do what has to be done to feed my family. So this is what you can expect after even, y'all saw him bleeding out, like he bled out. But these are nerves, that's what we were saying. Look at that, he's gonna jerk and move, and it can be a little bit terrifying. Guys, he's not in any pain.